You didn't wake up tired. You woke up already behind. By 9 a.m., the day wasn't yours anymore, and nothing had even gone wrong yet. You didn't lose because of one big mistake. There was no disaster, no blunder, nothing dramatic. In chess, you can play 10 harmless-looking moves, lose nothing, break no rule, and already be lost. The game looks fine. It isn't. A bad opening condemns you to a strategy of continuous repair. Instead of creating, you compensate. Instead of moving forward, you defend. You're not defeated. You just never have room to breathe. This is how position is lost. Not through one collapse, but through the small entrances we stop noticing. And life opens the same way. Maybe your eyes opened, and before your feet touched the floor, you were already inside the phone. The day had already started on you. That was a move. You just didn't notice making it. Or the conversation you walked into already defended. Arguments ready, shoulders set. Before a single word was said, you turned a dialogue into a duel. Nothing went wrong, exactly. You just entered it from the wrong square. Or the email you wrote in a hurry, the difficult one. You opened with the first sentence that came to mind and spent the next 4 trying to soften what the first one broke. Or the project you began by choosing the font, arranging the surface, decorating the edges of something that had no center yet. None of these are catastrophes. No one would call them failures, and that's exactly the point. The damage in an opening is never loud. It's quiet. It's positional. It happens in the first few moves, and then it waits. I learned this when I was 16, a tournament that mattered to me. The first time I sat across from people who were genuinely good. Cold room, hard chairs, the sound of clocks being pressed. I had the white pieces, the first move, the advantage. And I was impatient. I wanted to get to the interesting part. The tactics, the attacks, the moment something happens. The opening felt like paperwork, something to rush through to reach the real game. So I rushed. 10 moves in, I looked at the board and felt something I couldn't name yet. Nothing was missing. I hadn't lost a piece. There was no single move I could point to and call the mistake. But the air was gone. Every choice I had left was a smaller choice than the one before. The game was still on the board. It just wasn't mine anymore. I lost 40 moves later, but I'd really lost it in the first 10. Quietly, while everything still looked fine. And here's what that bad opening actually costs you. It's not the dramatic loss. It's quieter than that. You just switch from creating to repairing. It's being busy all day and building nothing. It's tape over a crack instead of a wall that holds. It's answering the email that the earlier email made necessary. It's the calendar laid over the inbox, laid over the list. None of it moving you forward. All of it just holding the position together. You think you're losing time. You're not. There will be more hours tomorrow, but not this position. What you're losing is position. Your options narrow. The moves still available to you get smaller, narrower, more defensive, until the day isn't yours to shape anymore, only to survive. And the worst part is what it does to you. The feeling that you never chose any of this, that you were trapped in a position you built yourself before you were even paying attention. And the mind does something strange under that pressure. It speeds up, convinced that the way out of a bad position is to move faster inside it. Most days don't go wrong in the middle. They go wrong in the opening, quietly, before you've fully woken up. The first move is not about speed, it's about the position you create before the day starts asking things from you. Next time, we look at how to begin before the day begins for you. The next move is yours. Subscribe to find it with me.